So my name's Henrietta.
And my name's Jeff.
And we have got a farm called SOCO Farm, which is a 50-acre property, our little patch of paradise.
For the first couple of years we focused on the property, and then we really realised how much we didn't know, and that's when we sort of discovered local land services.
My name is Evelyn Walker. I'm District Veterinarian with Local Land Services based in Berry. The farmers here were just lovely. They were so passionate about their animals and great communicators, because getting a good history is critical to finding out what's going on farm.
It's good to have a vet who understands that our starting point is one of compassion and care. Our animals we see as a really integral part of the health of the whole operation.
And we're marketing them as that too, so we are getting a premium for the animals because of that.
We feel very passionate about avoiding chemicals, understanding soil processes in a different way, and you know what, we are absolute rank beginners. We want to try to understand and experiment, and we need to be patient.
I think we sort of had that ethos, but we didn't have a framework for it. And then discovering in recent years the whole regen movement, put it into a context, and that has been the awakening. And our knowledge has really skyrocketed, and all those beliefs now fit into a system, and that's very reassuring and very reaffirming as well.
When we first started and we first bought the property, Sheep Group was absolutely a life saviour. Really helpful, informed people who could say, you know, this is what you need to do, and share those experiences. And they suggested that we do programs, which we did. They came out with agronomists and introduced us to soil testing.
And we've now got a bit of a history, and we can track that back. And it's funny, you think about these things at the time, and then a year or two or three or four lapses by, and you see the progress. During COVID, we decamped from Sydney and we moved to the farm for the best part of 2020, and actually living there through each of the seasons and just observing the birds, the bees, what the animals were doing, whether some animal was behaving differently, when things were blossoming, when grass was popping and when it wasn't. You know, I found that experience through 2020 and the lockdown was actually transformational in understanding the farm. I now understand how fortunate we are that part of our property is protected habitat, that it is a bird corridor, that half of our land is native bush, and I understand how that actually drives the outcomes on the pastures and the health of the rest of the property. And so for me, that awakening has occurred over the 7 years of owning the property, but it's not where I started.
When I think about our little patch of land, and I think about our almost 3 grandchildren, you do feel a huge sense of responsibility to do something, to not be idle, because those days are gone and time's running out. And
it has become not only sort of a physical passion, but also an intellectual passion. There's so much to it, it's so complex. And so again, finding networks of like-minded people through LLS and other forms has been really valuable in helping that learning.
My advice to landholders just getting into the industry is get in contact with your local land service officer. And you'd be surprised, if you think it's a silly question, chances are the next person also has that exact same question. So we are here to help you.